What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 with Mr. Longo. Run the intro. Now, step 1 to this lesson is to read the poem. Now, fortunately for you, I found somebody with a better voice to read the poem for us. But I'm gonna dub it in, act like I'm reading it. But before that, let's take a wardrobe change. Wardrobe fits the reader. Let's get it.
If we must die, let it not be like hogs hunted and penned in an inglorious spot, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs, making their mock at our cursed lot. If we must die, oh let us nobly die, so that our precious blood may not be shed in vain. Then even the monsters we defy shall be constrained to honor us though dead. O kinsmen, we must meet the common foe. Though far outnumbered, let us show brave, and for their 1,000 blows deal one death blow. What though before us lies the open grave? Like men we'll face the murderous, cowardly pack, pressed to the wall, dying, but fighting back.
There it is. Now, step 1 says to read it. I'm not gonna read it over and over. You can pause it here, go back, read it again, pause it here, go back and read it again. And now we're gonna go to step number 2. Well, you just heard Ice Cube read the poem and you're still lost. Well, step number 2 will hopefully help you. It's a simple history of the writer. The author of this poem is Claude Mckay, and his journey begins in Jamaica, where he was born in 1889. Growing up in Jamaica, he saw all these racial inequalities in the society, so he decided to travel to America. His journey through America encompasses a lot, but he ends up in New York City, to be more exact, in Harlem. This is where his journey really turns interesting, where he begins to express himself about all the inequalities that he has seen while he was growing up, both in Jamaica and in the United States. During his time in New York, he writes many poems in which he talks about African American life in the society, and specifically the inequalities that are seen between African American and whites. And 2 of his famous poems are To the White Fiends and the one we're going to read today, which is called If We Must Die. Okay, so welcome to step number 3. In this step, I'm just going to really show you how to annotate, but we're going to do it quite quickly. Just the first 3 lines. But just as a reminder, don't forget, you want to make sure that 1, don't go past a line if you don't understand it, and you are at home and you can look up words, so make sure that you look up words that you do not know to help you through that. So I'm going to show you just on the first 3 lines. And so let's just begin. So here in the first line, if we must die, let it not be like hogs. We can see that he uses the word we to kind of express that he's talking about him and his group. From the background information, we know it's African Americans, or him himself, Jamaican American. Then he goes and talks about, like, yes, we're gonna die, but let's just make sure we don't die like hogs or pigs. So you want to imagine how pigs or hogs die at this or in the society. They're hung, they're killed viciously in some situations. So in the second line, what he states there is hunted and penned in an inglorious spot, kind of just describing how pigs die, in a horrible kind of either hunted or put in a cage, and that's kind of what he's describing there. Like, look, we might die, but we don't want to die this way. So in the third line, where it states, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs, we have to go back to our background information and really try to figure out who are these mad and hungry dogs. And if we remember, the mad and hungry dogs would be, the people who are upset that maybe African Americans are fighting back, and those people would be in this situation, the white people in the American society. So make sure during this you want to ask questions, you want to talk to the text, look up words, do all that crazy stuff. Just because you're at home, the expectations for yourself should still be high. Make sure you get that done. All right, we're out.